All right. It is episode 4 of the Depression Journal. Hope I don't depress you. So the other day I was thinking it has been somewhat of a common ordeal for me recently. I have, over the course of a day, I feel like my head gets cluttered. Busy schedule, little tiny pieces of guilt here and there, little tiny pieces of worry here and there, little tiny pieces of offense here and there, little tiny pieces of confusion, conflict, this thought of, oh my gosh, I have so much to do and so little time, which is sometimes true, but that's common. Very common amongst people. But I end up by the end of the night feeling pretty down and out and kind of just not up for fun, like watching TV, hanging out with my wife, talking to my wife. I'm just kind of beat. I'm kind of exhausted, which I also believe is very common. Except I really like that time of day. I like that hangout time. I like chilling. I even like being productive sometimes during that day, during that time of day. But my head just can't go there. I am sad. And I know some of you may feel like, oh yeah, that happens. That happens to me. I don't struggle with depression, but it still happens to me. I get that. I get that perspective. But here is what is, I think, enlightening, at least to me, is that in the morning, I wake up, my situations haven't changed, my life isn't altered significantly, and I feel completely clear-minded. I feel completely burden-free, I guess you could say. And I can think about all the things that I was fretting about the night before, things I was worried about, and I can't even relate to them. I think about it, and I'm like, no, why was I upset about it? That was kind of irrational. I don't really get. And so I don't really remember exactly what it is, computer language talk, and I don't even know if it's necessary nowadays, but I remember my brother used to say I needed to defrag my computer, and he kind of described it in a way of, there's just like all this extra stuff and things your computer downloaded and all these little things that pile up and eventually make your computer slower. And so I thought to myself, maybe my sleep is like a defragger of some sort. But it has definitely been a helpful reminder that I need to continually remind myself that when I get in those headspaces in which I'm believing things that are irrational and seeing issues and conflicts and worries as way bigger things than what they actually are, I simply need to be reminded that, hey, your brain is processing information inaccurately. Your brain is processing information and it's getting many errors. Calm down. Don't jump to conclusions. Don't think your life is falling apart or dead ending. This is your brain malfunctioning. And I can't always get there, but I'm telling you, if you can get there, that is a huge help. And I read in a book sometime that a huge step in battling depression is just being able to think about the fact that you're depressed, because then you are no longer indulging or drowning in depressing thoughts, but now you're thinking, okay, I am depressed, my brain is misfiring, and this is not reality. That is a huge step. Your brain is engaged in thinking about something else other than the things that are making you sad. So just a few things that I've learned recently, and maybe it is of help. But have a good one, and goodbye.